Good morning, my lovely, lovely Libras, cross-watchers, and channel fans. It is Laurie, and I am here to do your daily message for you. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun. Look who's popped up in your reading already. The Queen of Wands. I don't know why she shows up in your readings all the time, but the Hermit showed up too. There must be a large portion of this community that has Aries as a placement in your chart. Very strong rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, or you are dealing with an Aries. Let's go ahead and roll the zodiac die and see what signs you are dealing with. Let me put my glasses on here. You have Taurus front and center. You have Gemini above, Pisces, Aries over here. You have some Capricorn, and who's hiding out down there? A little bit of Leo energy. All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got for your overall message, your energy. Nine of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and see what's coming out here. Let's see what the message is for our lovely, lovely Libras, cross-watchers, and channel fans. And I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun. I'm going to try to shuffle the cards here the old-fashioned way instead of just this way. Let's go ahead and see what the overall energy is for this message. You have the Ten of Swords, completion, letting go of a very hurtful conversation. You learned a life lesson here. You may not have enjoyed learning this. You may not have wanted to learn this, but you've learned something difficult here. But you've closed the chapter on it. Whatever this is, you are finally going to be able to move past this. And you're wiser for what you have learned from this experience, from this conversation, from this argument. Oh, from this challenge. I almost feel like somebody may have, and don't take this exactly or literally, somebody may have accused you of being stupid, okay? And you're like, I'm not stupid, but there may have been a conversation that was going on between the two of you where they saw their viewpoint, you saw your viewpoint, and neither one of you could come to an agreement on what the truth was until both of you separated from it. And then both of you, could see the other person's perspective. Doesn't mean it's reality, but you could see where they were coming from and what it was that maybe you were missing during that conversation, during that conflict. All right, so it's wisdom gained, maybe a little bit painfully. And I think that if there was an energy of, before the argument brewed, if somebody was trying to convince you of something, or you were trying to convince somebody of something, and you could see that it wasn't happening, just walk away from it. That's going to make life much, much better. You can't take back words that are said. No matter how painful they are, you cannot take those words back. All right, so try to avoid the situation before it even happens. And ask yourself this: the information that you're receiving, or whatever the meat of the disagreement is, where you can't see eye to eye, ask yourself, if I don't get this, or if they don't agree with me, are we both still going to be here tomorrow? Okay, is this a life and death situation? No, it probably is not a life and death situation unless you're in a hospital trying to make an emergency decision, and that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the everyday things, the conversations that you have with your family, with your friends, with your romantic partners, with your co-workers. When you can see that you're not agreeing, walk away, let it go. Okay, this is how we learn the painful lesson. I will say you are walking away from this. This is being put down now. But there may be, for some of you at the very least, there is going to be a change in the energy between you and this situation. So if this is about a romantic person or a friend or a coworker, for some of you, the relationship is going to be a whole different ball game now. You're not, hurtful words were said and you can't take those things back. And I don't mean that you were the one that said them. You might be, but more than likely they did. And you're never going to be able to like forget those words. As much as you try to, they're going to pop back into your head when you see this person. Okay. It could be 10 years down the road and you'll be engaged in something else. And all of a sudden those words will come back to you. Now, the point is it's wisdom. It's a lesson that you learned. Okay. So even though it's still painful, now you've got the wisdom from it. All right, let's go ahead and see what obstacle or challenge there might be to moving on from this. The Star, okay? A desire to heal, a desire to have hope for the future. Okay, so keep in mind, you get to choose what your reality is, okay? If you don't want to believe what this person's saying, you don't have to believe them. But it could be costing you energy, and this is vice versa. It is your intentions. What do you want from your life? Okay. I do feel like this is a transitional period here where you can choose to heal this relationship or you can choose to move on from it. The choice is going to be yours, and that is an obstacle. Maybe you feel like the words were too harsh, the lesson too difficult, and you need to move on so that you can heal. But it could also be just a challenge to healing the relationship, the situation. And no, it seems like, yeah, well, it's a difficult situation, but you're moving past it. I do want to clarify that. You are moving past this. All right, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about with this situation? You've got the Eight of Swords. You're kind of caught up in your head right now. You're replaying the conversation over and over again in your head. You're wondering if you could have done something different. You also are wondering if you're going to stay stuck in this. Again, it could be trying to heal this relationship with this person or deciding whether or not you want to move on and you can't figure that out. You haven't, that's what's on your mind, trying to figure that out. Am I really trapped here? Can I move past this? Can I let this go? Can I see it from their point of view or just pretend I never heard their point of view? Okay, because sometimes we are given information and it doesn't. Oh, a great big possum is in my yard. I don't know if you can see him out there. See him walking towards the tree right there? I don't know if you can see him, but he's walking. Oh my gosh. He probably lives under my house because something has torn the insulation under my house. That was a big possum. I mean, they'd had to be a 30-pound possum. Anyways, they're good for eating mosquitoes, so don't get rid of them, okay? Don't harm the possums, please. All right, back to your message. We get information, we get advice, we hear things from people, and sometimes we just brush it off saying, that's BS, you don't know what you're talking about, That's an immature attitude. A mature attitude is, let me think about what this person is saying because there's probably something in there that's a grain of truth. Maybe I don't know everything about this particular situation. Let me open myself up to think about this and then I'll decide what I want to do with the information. All right, and that's what you're doing right here. You're asking yourself, is this worth fighting over, first of all? How do I move forward from this? How do I get more information? This is you constantly thinking about all these different things. So you get to decide what you do with the information. All right. But I feel that you are going to take it in instead of arguing about it. You're going to take the information in. Say, hey, you know what? I think I'll think about this for a little while. I'll get back to you instead of arguing. All right. Now, it could be that that's the approach the other person has towards you about this situation. All right, let's go ahead and see what the foundation is here. The Page of Wands. Somebody's got their knickers in a bunch because they're excited about something. All right. They're passionate about this. This is something that excites them, whether it's you or them. This is something that excites you or them, okay? And whenever there's a lot of energy around a situation, communication starts to maybe not be quite as clear, you know, because we're so excited. We're not thinking about what we're saying. We're not in the here and now. We're ready to go after that. So we're already in the future. We're already trying to create this thing. And a lot of times what happens here, when we try to tell somebody else about what we're doing or what we're excited about or whatever is happening here, we forget that they were not there and we leave out important details. And usually that's what happens. All right, so keep in mind that the information you're hearing is coming from a place of excitement. Or it could be you giving this information from a place of excitement. All right, you're ready to go after something here. You have a lot of energy towards something here. You're trying. I really don't feel like this is somebody stabbing you in the back. I don't get that. I feel like this is somebody's got some information they want to share with you. They're excited about it, or you want to share with them. Okay. And it's just not coming out right. It's not clicking. You're not clicking with it. They're leaving out information that would help you to make sense of what they're saying. And it's causing confusion and it's causing the conflict. But you do, overall, keep in mind, you gain the wisdom from this. So this is a lesson. This is something to experience so that you can move on and learn from this. Okay, let's see what your immediate future looks like here. What a cool message today. All right, let's see what the immediate future looks like for you. Oh boy. Oh boy, interesting. You have just drawn the Tower. Now you guys, my lovely Libras, it wouldn't be a Libra reading without the Tower. So your readings for the last month are not written. Only kidding. You've been getting the Tower again lately. And you know what I'm liking? I'm hearing Spirit saying, it's kind of like a kid who grows a little bit, stops growing, and then grows again. That's what this feels like. Growth spurts, awakening spurts, awakening processes like development, understanding, growth, personal growth, okay? This feels really good. This is like, oh, wow, I get it. Oh, I see. And I will say a part of this in this card I am feeling is your ego is taken out of the situation and you're clearly seeing the situation from both sides. You're like, ah, okay, so you might receive information from a completely different source or from this person or whatever the situation is for you that clarifies, and all of a sudden you're like, ah, if I'd have known that 5 days ago, we wouldn't have gotten to this energy at all. And that's why I feel like it is something that you have to go through. I do feel like some of you are definitely going to go through the actual process of arguing, of disagreeing, of not seeing eye to eye. It escalates, but then that's the lesson that you had to learn here, is that this person was coming at you from a place of passion, a place of excitement. Words, information was missing. And again, it could be you putting this out there too. But whatever it is, the immediate future is understanding, clarity. Ego is taken out of it. It's like, oh, I get it. Okay, it's not an epiphany. It's an understanding. It's a clarity. Okay, all the all the information comes together to make sense. All right, maybe even what developed the argument could be what's at the, let's see what the past influence is here. Look at this, the Two of Swords. You did not have the information. You didn't have it all. You didn't have all the information, okay? It was not available to you at that time. I want to take a closer look at this Two of Swords here. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a lack of information. Even though the truth was spoken, it wasn't understood. It just was not understood. And I say it was spoken, okay? The truth was spoken because you have two swords and they're pointing down. And for me, when I read tarot, anytime a sword is facing down, it tells me that the truth has been spoken. Now, she's not touching either one of those swords. And it's kind of like, it just didn't connect. You didn't connect with the truth. You didn't connect with the information that you needed, okay? And that happens. If there's a lot of passion, desire, excitement, it's harder to connect with what's being said. We kind of get frustrated and, you know, people go in circles all of a sudden when they're trying to make a point. And I know it's not done intentionally, but a lot of times the basis of the conversation itself, whatever started the conversation, whatever the topic was, gets convoluted because people are like passionate about things, okay? So we get distracted and, you know, it's like throwing red herrings, smoke screens, changing the topic. It's not done intentionally most of the time. It's just because there's so much passion towards this subject for that person. All right, you may not feel the same amount of passion that they do, but that's what's causing the confusion. They're like, how can you not understand this, you know? All right, so you did not have all the information, even though this person may have spoken the truth. All right, you couldn't put two and two together here. All right, let's go ahead and see how you view yourself handling this situation. How do you resolve this? What is your stance? What do you feel about this? You got the King of Pentacles here. So you're feeling like you can fix this. Like you can restore stability. You can take control of this situation on your side. You're not trying to control the other person. You're looking at yourself and saying, I get it. Now I can be grounded again. Now I can be more confident in what I'm thinking, feeling, saying. All right. Stability here, confidence, just knowing that you're okay. You can handle this. King of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's see what's happening in the environment. How's that affecting the situation? Are people on board as this person, this, you know, situation, whatever it is? Is everything in agreement here with you? What's going on? What's happening in the environment? Page of Swords, a lot of conversation back and forth. Okay, so there's going to be conversations. Try to clearing the air. This is peaceful. This is calm, slow, deliberate conversations, and so that the truth can be acknowledged, accepted. I'm even getting that somebody may say, oh, man, I'm sorry. I thought you understood what I was saying, you know, or where I was coming from. Yeah, this is slow, deliberate exchange of information. So maybe you've done your research. Maybe you've gotten the truth, okay, with that epiphany. I don't think you're going to approach them. I think you'll wait to see if they come towards you, but you might go and say, hey, look, I thought about what you were saying, and I see where I may have not understood what you were saying, where you were coming from, and I'm not agreeing with you, but I can see where you're coming from. Okay, so you don't have to agree with what they're saying. That's not the point. The point is that You understand that they have their point of view and you have yours, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. But this is good, because if this is a friend or somebody you care deeply for, a coworker that you don't want to be in an argument with, you don't want to leave this person behind, this is your opportunity here with this Page of Swords to sit down and have a peaceful little conversation. It's casual. This is not like, hey, we need to talk. Let's come to the table and sit down and hash this out. No, this is more like at lunch at work. You or your coworker will say, hey, you know, I was thinking about that conversation we had the other day, or that argument. I don't want to argue over this. I can see where you were coming from. Blah, blah, blah. I've said it. You understand what I'm saying. What's Spirit saying here? All right, let's go ahead and see what else is going to come out here for you. You have the Three of Pentacles. See, everything works out. Everything's going to be fine. You guys are not going to totally agree on what was said or what is happening here. You both have different viewpoints on what's happening. Okay. And that's okay, because everybody's different. Your life experiences brought you to be who you are and help you to feel the way you do about things. And that's how it is for them. They did not walk in your shoes throughout your whole life. They lived their own. So they have their own experiences, their own knowledge, their own desires. And you both are like, hey, we can agree to disagree here. I see your viewpoint. Some of you will probably be like, I get it. Yeah. And that makes sense to me. Okay. As far as whatever the original thing was. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what the most likely outcome to this message is going to be. So I do see healing here. I see friendships being restored, peace being restored. You guys may be in different places, but your mind, body, and spirit is saying, I'm happy with life. Let's go on from here. Okay. I don't think most of you are having to leave a belief or a person behind. I think it's just a change in perspective. If this was a very difficult argument, there's going to be a couple of you who just say, all right, I agree to disagree, but I'm going to move on. I don't want to live my life under those ideals, and that's fine. You have the right to do that. And you should move on. If that's like a major boundary with you and you're not into that thing, like believing, this is just an example, Say you are somebody who believes in one-on-one relationships, okay? In a romantic manner, okay? I don't care what your orientation is, but you believe that one person should be with one person and not with a million. But this other person that you are currently in this relationship with comes to you and says, you know what? Human beings are not meant to be with one person. They should be with, whoever they want to be with. And they should have relationships with 20 people at the same time. That would definitely cause a mind-blowing, like, wait a minute here, if you have the opposite opinion. Okay? Now, they may have said during that conversation, I'm not saying that's what I want to do, but they're just expressing something that they're passionate about. If it is something that they believe in and you don't stay in that relationship, because that's what they believe in and you have your own beliefs, okay? Oh, your card, your outcome card came out, and I didn't even look at it. It was just sitting here on the table, and I just looked down, and you can see I don't have my glasses on, so I wasn't sure what it was. Look at this, Six of Wands, success. All right, success. So this situation is resolved. You in this, whatever is happening here, there's elevation, there's understanding, there's knowledge, wisdom with the Six of Wands, okay? And this particular Six of Wands is on a horse, white horse, maybe a little gray. See, there's gray in this white horse. Usually when they put a white horse, it's white, pure white, which says absolute truth. Here it's like keep in mind, there's shades of gray. Your reality does not have to match somebody else's reality. If somebody believes in that, they have the right to believe in that because you're not their God. You don't get to dictate to them that they're wrong, okay? They have to answer to their higher power themselves. You can't answer for them. So don't change or try to change who they are. They will come to their own understandings in their own way. Their own life experiences have led them to who they are, and yours have led you to who you are. There will be success here for you. This is your reading. You will have elevation. You will have truth. You will see the gray areas of life. Okay? Yes, there is absolute dualities. However, you don't have to choose a duality. You can choose a gray area. All right? I agree to disagree. You have success here, though. Whatever the situation is, I don't care what the situation is. The message is about how you get through all of this, okay? You will receive some sort of understanding, clarity that helps you to bring stability back to the relationship, to yourself, okay? I see good conversation happening here, peaceful conversation happening here, and success and things working out. Right? The Knight of Pentacles. Look at that bright background there, that fiery background with a Knight of Pentacles and not Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's something blossoming here, something catching fire. And look, you've got the Page of Wands here. Okay, that's the spark to some passionate desire, thought, process, belief, whatever. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is bringing it forth, and it's going to, as soon as it arrives, it's like, whoa, just big, huge. Wheel of Fortune, woo! 10 of Pentacles, woo! The Moon, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups, Page of Cups, 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, oh my gosh, 7 of Wands. There was some boundaries there. All right, let's go ahead and get you your angel number. And in the meantime, while I'm shuffling the deck, would you please consider tickle tapping, booping, or zapping the like button? Claim this message in the comments. All right, feel free to share these messages with anybody that you think might benefit from hearing this. This may be a way to alleviate an argument so that you can say both of us are right and move on from there, okay? Only do that if you think that that's going to work that way. If you know somebody's just going to be argumentative, don't do that. Let's see what your angel number is here. Oh, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome. I hope you found something that resonates with you and that you come back in the future. And if you're one of my awesome returning viewers, you know I love you guys to pieces. All right, let me put my glasses on here. Your number is 911. Courage. Your angel whispers, a doorway has opened for you, and while you might feel apprehensive, allow your courage to flow in as you put your best foot forward. You are being encouraged to let your curiosity lead you, and please understand that the divine has your back. Your positive affirmation here is, I allow courage to prevail as curiosity leads me through new doors. All right, so you have 911, courage. All right, I am, oh, you know what? Spirit's saying that's in my book. Let's see what the book says about 911. Light worker, you are being called upon. Your guides call upon you to use your spiritual development to inspire others. Seeing this number is a message that you possess the gifts of spirit to remind people that their higher power rests within them. The time is now to make the changes in your own life so that you can carry out this divine calling. Okay, so realizing that everybody is a divine being and we all have the right to live our lives the way we want. Showing someone maybe how to move past these situations. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and get you an oracle message here. I'm being called to give you what your soul wants you to know. You guys almost always get beauty, grace, success. Beauty, grace, transformation, and success comes out in this for you so often. And what have we got? Embracing. Okay, embracing. I embrace and love all of my life. And look at the two flowers there. Two sunflowers, which is about loyalty, trust, friendship, following the light, because sunflowers follow the sun. They turn their heads towards the sun all day long. All right. So finding the light, and you're doing it together. You're doing it together. So embracing the situation and embracing the light, the divine. All right. What else? Oh, a spirit animal. This time we're getting you a big spirit animal card here. Oh, they're so big. All right, let's see what we've got coming out here with the spirit. I can't hold the cards, they're too big. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Okay, so that's card 6. Find the balance, the peace, the harmony. Find a compromise. Start with a solid foundation. And beavers, I heard something about family. Interesting. What was I hearing about family? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Who said that? Drop that in the comments. Who said that? Did you just say that is what I'm asking. All right, let's see what it says here. Beaver spirit is here to tell you about a power that is living within you, that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is your divinity. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so that you can deliberately co-create the world that you desire. This is exactly what we're saying. Everybody has the right to their own reality, okay? So understand that it does take some effort. It does take some determination. And with sustained work to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams, all right, with Spirit as your partner, you will bring these things together, the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires, and then you will spread them across the river of time, and you will be amazed at what you can do, what you can accomplish. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of your own life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous. There's our last week's word of the week. We have to have a new word of the week today. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainable if you build it on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and your energy consistent and deliberate, using all of the resources and energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, because with Spirit to co-create with you, your success, that 6 of Wands here, is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way that your heart desires. So take that as it resonates. That was beautiful, okay? I had something that was coming through there. We are going to... Oh my goodness. We're going to get you your rune. Oh, the word of the week. What is the word of the week? It's going to be courage. Okay. What does courage mean to you? All right. So today's rune stone is sigil, the sun. Okay. Now with this particular rune stone, I'm noticing that they've carried the line from top to bottom, and this looks like a crack. Okay. I don't know what that means for some of you. Maybe your heart is opening. Maybe there's an opening being created for something better to come in for you. The meaning of this card is you are blessed with good fortune and the power to bring your dreams to fruition. This is you creating your own reality. Positive thought and creative action will be rewarded with a bright outcome to your plans. Success, the Six of Wands again. Now is the time to press ahead and manifest your vision, remaining true to the wisdom of your heart. All right, there is no reverse form of this card, of the meaning of this, okay? And the tree associated with this card is the juniper. And juniper smells so fresh and beautiful. I mean, it's just fresh and clean. All right, so we have that. So the word of the week is going to be courage. What does courage mean to you, okay? Drop that in the comments. I would love to hear your idea what courage means to you. All right, my loves, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget, if you're interested in a personal reading, please use the email address that you see below. It has nothing to do with my channel name. I'm doing that because I feel that my emails have been being diverted on the old one. So email me at that one that you see below. I will send you all the details about a personal reading, and I am running one heck of a special. Today, the day of this video, is for July 1st of 2024. So if you happen to be watching this a year from now, that special's not happening anymore, okay? You can ask me, but more than likely it's not happening a year later, okay? Or even 6 months later. It's going to be a very limited time, but the pricing is awesome. It's really, really good prices. So if you are really interested in getting information, a personal reading, email me. I will send you all the details and you can decide what to do from there. All right, my loves, until our energy crosses again, I'm going to send you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.